Hello all, welcome back to CloudML. So today in this video, I will be talking about deleting the rows and columns from a dataset. So let's go ahead and start by importing the library which is pandas. So we will be writing import pandas as PD, where PD is the alias of pandas. Okay. So in order to execute this command, we need to press Shift and Enter. So once this command is executed, I'll be reading the Excel sheet, which is our data set. Okay. So for that I have written orders is equals to pd.read excel and the name of the file. Okay. Here you can see the name sample hyphen superstore sales dot xlx, which is the name of the file. Suppose you need to read the CSV file. So you need to use pd.read CSV and you need to specify the name of that file. Okay. Now let's go ahead and execute this command as well. So once this command is executed, let me see the first few observations. Okay. So for seeing the first few observation, you will be using the head function. So for that, I'll be writing orders dot head, and because of this function, you will be able to see the first 5 observations. Okay. So let me just execute this command and see this in action. Okay. Now here you can see that this command is executed and this file has been read. Okay. Now, suppose here you can see that the first column is a row ID, the second is order ID, order date. Okay, so let's suppose I need to drop this column, row ID, which is our first column. Okay, suppose I need to drop this column. So for that, I'll be using the drop function. Okay, so we'll be writing order dot drop, and I'll be providing this name, which is the row ID. Okay, and then I'll be specifying access is equal to 1. So access is equals to 1 specify that you need to drop a column. Okay, so whenever you need to drop a column, you need to specify access is equal to 1. And if you want to drop a specific row, then you need to use access is equals to 0. Okay, then in place is equals to 2. In place, this one, in place is equals to 2. This basically indicates to make the impact in orders column. If this is false or you are not specifying this, the column will be this command will be executed, but the change will not be impacted into the original data frame, which is order. So that's why you need to have this in place is equals to true, and then I'm okay. So whenever you need to do the impact, see the impact in the data set after making the changes, you need to write in place is equals to true. Okay. Now let me just execute this command, and after that I'll be seeing the first few observations again. So for that, I am using head function. So I'll be executing this command, and yeah, you can see that row ID has been dropped. Okay, and the changes have been made into the data set. Okay. Now you have seen that if you want to drop a single column, you can use directly this. But let's say I need to drop multiple columns. Like suppose I need to drop order ID or order date together, or I need to drop these 4 columns together. So simply for that you need to use drop function again, and whichever columns you need to drop, you need to provide the name in this square bracket. Okay, and in a string, right? Don't forget this. Okay, so first suppose I am dropping this order date and order priority. So I have specified here order date and order priority. Again, since I need to drop columns, so I'll be writing access is equal to 1, and then to see the impact in our dataset, I'll be using in place is equal to true. Okay, so let me just run this command, and then to see the first few observations, I'll be using order.head. Yeah, here you can see that after order ID there was order date and order priority, and then it was order quantity. But here you are seeing that after order ID there is only order quantity. So that means that our order date and order priority has been dropped. Okay, so this was pretty much simple whenever you need to drop any column. Okay, now let us see how you can drop rows. Okay, so this is the 0th row, first row, second row, third row, fourth row. So let's say I need to drop this one. Okay, so whenever you need to drop a row, you need to specify the index value. So this is the 0th index, first, second, third, fourth. Let's suppose I need to drop this one, this row. So I'll be using order.drop, and this I'll be providing the index value, and then I'll be specifying access is equal to 0. Access is equal to 0 means that I need to drop a row. Then to see the impact in our data set, I'll be writing to make the changes, like, so I'll be using in place is equal to true, and then I'll be executing this command, and to see the first few observations, I'll be using the head function again. And here you can see that the first row has been dropped, right? And then again, let's suppose here I dropped only one row. Let's say I need to drop multiple rows again. So suppose I need to drop this 2 3 together, or you can drop 2 3 4. Let's say I need to drop 4 also. So I'll be just okay. Now you need to write this in square bracket. You need to first use a drop function, then uh, then uh, uh, the square bracket, and inside that you need to specify the index values, and after that you need to specify x is equal to 0, which means that you need to drop a row, and then in place is equal to true. So I'll be executing this command as well, and now to see the first few observations, again I'll be using head function. Yeah, here you can see that after 0 there was 2 3 4. So since I need, and 2 3 and 4, 2 3 4 and 5. So since I have dropped 2 3 4, so 2 3 4 has been dropped, and next after 0 only 5th 6th 7th and the rest on the rows are same. So that's pretty much all for today. Thank you for watching this video.